Camera is over there. Hey, it's Bragg here for the Team Cowboy for Game broadcast. I am here with Blake.
What's up?
And Loklin.
Special guest.
Special guest
fuck,
Loklin.
always
Special
forget
guest
the
Loklin.
guest Loklin.
Yeah.
So up the top, if you want to follow us and get along with us, we are on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere. Find us all
Google
on those
Plus.
pages. By default we have a Google Plus page, but
Come to my Google Hangout, please.
MySpace, AOL,
I can safely
Message us
say
on MSN.
GeoPets.
I haven't made a MySpace account for this yet.
Damn it.
Um,
MySpace is all just bands now, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. I went to music.
OkCupid.
Yeah, News Corp bought it for a stupid amount of money because it was like
Dig.
band's place. Dig. Oh, Dig.
Dig.
Pre-Reddit.
Rotten.com.
Actually, we should make a Reddit.
We should make a Reddit.
Anyway, and also
I have a Discord.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a Discord. We should chuck that up sometime.
And SoundCloud. Also, you can email us at TeamC4G@gmail.com if you have any questions or whatever for us. Just send it in. We like to hear from you. We've had some really good comments on the YouTube section as well, so much appreciated.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's, except when you question my deck choices and are an idiot about it. No, it's cool. People have people have legitimate questions. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's good. It's,
Speaking of deck choices, how's that weekend and week in Yu-Gi-Oh?
Loklin, start.
Cool. I went to an LLDS.
How'd you
And Blue Eyes is a bad deck, and I scubbed out.
That's it, and that's the whole topic of this. This is like overarching subject of this podcast. Blue Eyes is shit.
Yeah, we'll get.
Blue
to
Eyes is not a good deck.
I think we'll get to that after the news.
Yeah.
We'll talk about our tournament after the news. Alrighty, news item number 1. The full list of mega packs. So last time we brought
We have mega packs.
Yeah. So we've got all the mega packs. We know exactly what's in them. We've also should have opened our mega packs. We had the ultras and the secrets on the last week's podcast. So if you missed that, go back and listen to that. It shouldn't be too outdated because we also talked a lot about the ban list last week as well. So if you missed it, definitely check it out. So with the mega pack, we now know that there was no mirror forces or red eye stuff in it.
Oh, the red eye stuff was odd because it's expensive. Hasn't ever been reprinted.
No.
And it was the right set to be reprinted. So
Yeah, my going theory is they're going to squeeze into that the Yugi Joey Kaiba deck thing because they already have. They've confirmed the Gemini one.
Yugi's legendary decks, Volume 2.
Exodia support.
Oh yeah.
That's where that's going to be too, right?
Explodia.
Explodia.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense as well because Eternal Soul's coming out in that set.
Yeah.
Which is like the Dark Magician card, and then so we might actually see them try and push like all 3 at that point.
I'm sure there's an alternate art of Blue Eyes I haven't reprinted yet, so that'll fit that in there somehow too.
So has anyone opened tins? How many tins? What have you?
I have opened approximately about 0 tins.
Okay, well, damn.
I opened one twin pre-tournament so I could get my second Blue Eye Shiny Dragon Ultra because I had an Ultra and a Secret. It was kind of ticking me off, and I needed the second Ghost Ogre as well.
Fair play. And then with the guaranteed. So.
Opened that. I got CDI out of it, and everything else was jank. I was kind of looking for Melody of Awakened Dragon, and I just did trades with that for later and figured it all out.
Yeah. So I opened 3. I got Strike and CDI.
That's a really good tin.
Then I got then the third box was the Melody tin. I got Melody and I got 2 Twin Twisters.
Okay, that's
and
a good
I was
tin.
like, and then I think the second box I did was kind of jank. What did I get?
I got in the same tin was 2 Twin Twisters and a Melody.
No. Yes, that was the third one.
That's like perfect super in every one.
Yep. But then the secrets were like Ultimate Providence. By the way, Ultimate Providence. Disappointing bitches since Bosch.
Yeah.
I saw the secret trap and I was like, oh no, okay.
Yeah. Also, Ultimate Providence I feel was printed more in Bosch. It was like so I had 4 or 5 of them when we bought the case to everything else, and I think we'll neg 1 CDI.
I literally gave away 2 for $2.
Yeah.
For a drink. I was like,
I put it in BA and say it's just Solemn Strike. That's the only time I've used it as a proxy.
Yeah. So I got the Strike, which was cool because they're actually kind of hard to pull from what I could see.
I mean, they're harder to pull than they were out of Bosch. So,
wait, what?
Well, it's if you buy a tin, it's like it's a 1 in 15 chance, right? Yeah.
Roundabouts, depending on how much.
because you've got 3 chances at
The secret.
Yeah, 15 secrets. 1 in 5. No, one tin is 1 in 5 chance.
In this podcast, we display that we are bad at math.
Hold on. Well, I had it up before because I know like when you asked about it, I was like, oh no, it's actually harder to pull. It's not one instead of 1 and 8. It's actually worse.
Yeah, I think it is because every tin that was opened at Good Games, Wollongong, every single one strike was pulled.
Oh well, man, that's just superstition. No way.
No, but like just I mean the sheer amount of them, one strike was pulled, and I believe it was.
Okay, yep.
I believe it was who was it?
Also, guys, we were talking earlier about how we're getting, Kaiba and Yugi, Joey. When are we getting a Weevil deck?
Ugh. Perfect.
All I want is
Mothkin.
my good Weevil Underwood deck.
Just there you go. Weevil impression. for
Perfect
tonight.
moth is terrible. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
So 15 secret rares and you have 3 chances at it. So it's 1 in 5.
I just don't think that's
Okay.
the ratio though.
Oh yeah, no. So compared to a box, it's 1 in 4. Because you get 2 chances per box at a secret.
But like that never works out though. Like
yeah.
legitimately, that like I mean, just like in practice, that never works out that way. You can't buy 4 boxes and guarantee that you.
It's
get
1 in 5 to 1 in 4.
I mean, mathematically it makes sense, but like it just doesn't work that way.
It does.
When you actually open them, it just actually it depends though, I guess, because like it depends how how they print it and how they
Mind you, the
distribute
tins are
it.
$40 and the boxes are 110.
Yeah.
Disregard. I mean, and then also going off packs is just terrible. Hold on. Yeah, it may actually no, it works out the other way.
Because
Buy all the tins, people. There you go. There's Konami's plug for the day.
well, I got my tins from EB Games because they were $2 cheaper, and I went sure, I'll scrub out for
Literally,
this.
that's how I do it.
And then they were like, have a strike, and I was like, thanks. So I have 1 now.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
And
I
so
feel
yeah,
like
I think
there are
that
better pull
tins were
rates
already good. I think they're pretty
From stores that aren't supposed to sell Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
good. Pardon?
Yeah.
There are better pull rates from.
I've pulled
I swear to God, that's true.
I've pulled way better stuff standing in the mall after walking out of EB or Zing than I have in Good Games. Well, actually,
I pulled lots of good stuff from just I'll go buy 2 packs, sure, from EB Games. I'm walking past. I don't care.
Or I'll go buy 1 pack and then 1 pack and then get 3 to Myers, Loklin, and sell them immediately, which is probably the
A
best thing to
massive
do at
profit.
that point.
Cost me less than $10 to pull all 3 demise.
fuck. That's the perfect enabler for gamblers' logic.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, dude! I immediately went and bought like 18 lottery tickets and put $3,000 in the pokies.
It's
Luke, please.
I'm not sure if I've told this story on the podcast before, but I know I've bragged about it in person. Ha! That's terrible. So when the tins first, we had the tins for the Jewelers, whatever one started with Stardust Dragon and had Goyo Guardian and Red Dragon Archfiend in it. It wasn't Jewelers to Lions because that was the Prophecy one. It's the Jewelers Genesis.
There you go.
So those tins were out there, and that's the only way to get first editions of those packs. And I was choosing between.
That had the ulti.
The ulti Goyo comes from there. So we had the Goyo tin or the Stardust tin. I'm like, I'll just buy the Stardust tin and then I'll pull Goyo. And that's what I did. So I got Ulti Goyo with that.
Do you have that?
Yeah, still.
I want to see that. That's cool.
It's so that's where we just take the gamble. Go. I'm just going to pull whatever I need.
Well, I think for the very limited amount, because I've really almost never opened packs. Like the only packs I've ever bought was I bought some Dark Illusions, like 1 or 2 off packs. I bought last year's Mega Tin, this year's Mega Tin, and I bought I bought a box of the movie pack.
Yeah.
I split it. Oh no, we didn't split. I bought some with Jordan, and we pulled 3 alternates.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Then you
done.
did the
How
deal
much
with
did you
Andrew.
sell those for?
yeah. And then
You got like 25 each for value from them, I'm pretty sure, or 20.
30. You
Oh,
did
30
30. You
each.
did 80 for 3. So not 30, not 25 though.
That's higher than 25. Yeah.
It is higher than 25. Yeah.
30 is higher than 25.
Andrew, we have to have words later. We have to have
It's true.
words.
Although I think at the time they were 30 each, and I wanted to.
Because I picked them up for 25 each in the mail, and I bought 2 playsets for me and him, and just said pay me back.
True, and then he was like, "But I want them now."
Even though they came like the next day.
Yeah. Anyway, let's quickly because we got a lot to talk about. So
Yeah.
let's roll.
Moving on to the next one. News item 2, Dark Illusion Special Edition. All right, so
There's
we already
only
talked.
one thing that matters here, right?
Yeah. Well, hold on. We've already talked about Utopia the Lightning, but now we talked about it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Okay.
And so we finally get Utopia the Lightning reprint. Woohoo! Legal couple days. So we already knew that from the giant card.
Yeah. If Andrew's on any videos from now until like this comes out, just expect constant bitching about that card. I've never seen him hate a card more than this.
Because it just runs over shit.
Yeah,
So
it just runs. He just say it's like one of those cards that everyone's gonna play it now, and then that's just it. Except Blue Eyes and Cleese and BA.
Need level 4s, huh?
Yeah.
What level 4s do I play in Burning Abyss? Nothing.
What do you mean? Click can play this.
Oh yeah. Just pen summon, pop scales, go on a okay.
That was a weird
Your
bit.
fucking card in your deck is a level 4.
That's a good point.
And then
Kind
also, Europe gets Grand the Shining Star, Blackwing.
Uh,
Woohoo.
That's so exciting.
I bet they'll be complaining about that.
They heard our... I can't... I'll cut that out of the audio.
Okay.
What are we doing?
What's going on?
We're having massive beep beep beeps. Okay.
Technical is
Alright, and then we also get a super version of Spiral Big Red and Subterra Nemesis Warrior. These two cards I kind of like being super because I'm about to finish off both cores, and get ready for what I hope is some support for them. Also, I'm going to plug some of my own shit. I'm going to do 2 video pieces later in the week on what Spiral need and what Subterras need and how the fuck to make them good.
I think that'd be interesting because at least that way, if they do come out with that kind of stuff, people can go, okay, I'll pick this up now, rather than people going, I think this will be okay, and then picking it up. So
Yeah.
at least that's a good way for people to gauge kind of.
I'm going to try and sell people on buying it now before it goes up,
Yeah.
which obviously is all a ploy because I'm going to buy all of it, hype it, and then when it has crap support, I would have laughed because I would have sold everything at a high price. Was it Circuit Series Life for the win?
Yep, always.
and-
News item 3.
You want to take it? Because you're reading it?
Sure. More Kaiba and Yugi structure deck details. Each display box comes with 4 copies of each deck. Is this about the legendary deck?
No, this is the structure decks, not the legendary decks. So they have a separate structure deck to the legendary decks. So the structure decks have...
Wait, so both structure decks come with 4 copies?
Yeah. So the way they're going to do it is and I was wondering how they're going to roll it out because they were about to release 2. They were been announcing that they have 2 structure decks. I'm like, how are they going to do it? So the big thing is the display case will have 4 Yugi, 4 Kaiba, and it's going to be very fucking crazy because it's just going to be people buying the Kaiba decks because they need the ABCs.
Oh, so this is going to be a new structure deck.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes. So that's where we get ABCs, and that's where we get the rest of Imperium Magnum, the superconductive battle bot. Whatever.
Wait. What do these look like? Can I see a photo? Please? Because, I'm not understanding
Here.
why... The structure deck itself. I don't understand why this structure deck... what do you mean this... Okay. Well, I'm just an idiot.
Also, thank you, Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization for
God,
this,
they're so good.
Yeah, it's we only have one story from them this week though.
Yeah,
They
normally
have
it's
a lot of OCG news,
Yeah.
but which I'm not going to talk about the clusterfuck that is the OCG. So that motherfucker. Look at that
Jesus
big-
Christ.
So we finally get them, which is a fusion between Valkyrie and the Magna Warrior and Berserkion, the Electro Magna Warrior.
Which nobody has heard of.
For those people watching at home who don't know what this card does, must be first fusion summoned with the fusion materials that cannot be special summoned by other ways. Fusion summoned. Oh, it doesn't say it's contact either. Oh, dear Jesus.
Damn.
Once per turn during other player's turn when your opponent activates a spell or trap effect or monster
Monster
effect,
effect.
you can negate the activation if you do destroy that card. If this face-up card you control leaves the field, because an opponent's card effect, you can special summon one Valkyrie in the Magna Warrior or in Berserkion from your hand deck or ignoring their summoning conditions.
I'm gonna say this on podcast. I'm gonna speak through it. Just so it's on record.
Yep.
I'm going to go all in on ABCs.
Ooh, he said it.
All right.
I am going to go balls deep and not pull a Puerto Rican pull out.
Okay. So
Here's
and
the
that's
thing.
And so
I don't believe you.
So you and me want ABCs.
Let's do it.
That means who's buying the Yugi structure deck?
No one.
It's going to be like display cases of just Yugi decks. What do they
What are
think?
display cases? Can you just show me what this looks like? I don't.
No. Like, okay, it comes in a box. They open up the box. You have 4 of each. It always comes every case. You have a case of decks, which is eight decks. The store buys 8 decks at a time.
Okay.
So the store always, when the store goes, hey, I want starter deck Marek, which is obviously the hot topic today. So yeah, when they want starter decks,
comments.
yeah, they tick that. They get 8 decks in stock.
Okay, so basically, the moment they come out, we message good games. We go in the moment they open. We get all the Kaiba ones and leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we need to get 2 display cases because it's not the same structure deck.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So do we need 3 of each? Are we doing that? Like 3?
Yeah,
technically 3 structure decks of each.
And then, so talking about ABCs, though we don't have Exiton over here. I don't know how good they're going to be.
Why not? Give me it back.
It only dawned upon me today. I was looking through some ABC decks in the OCG.
But we'll have lightning.
Yeah, lightning's okay, but it's not Exiton.
True, but it's okay. Actually, does lightning state that you can you use traps on lightning and stuff in battle phase? Because if you can't, if it just hits through mirror force and shit, it's still good.
Let's have a look. What do you think? Are you going to play ABCs, Loklin?
No.
ABC. It's easy as 1, 2. Fuck off.
This is something I've wanted to bring up for a while. There are certain things in Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not good at. I'm not great with the extra deck. And that's me being completely honest. I'm not that good at it.
There you go. Honest, it's not an extra deck card.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't run an extra deck at all, so I see your point.
Well, I came in and, I was just playing fucking Yusenju's, right? And Yusenju is like the easiest thing to use the extra deck with.
Yeah.
I'm not good with setting up plays for other extra deck cards with other extra deck cards. I'm not very good at it.
The damage.
And as far as I know, ABCs are a very extra deck oriented deck, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So end of the damage step implies that nothing on battle declaration, nothing on battle destruction.
Yeah.
So you shit.
Yeah. So there you go. Utopia can just go, I don't care. But no, you're right. It uses the extra deck a bit as utility, but obviously it's supposed to. It sometimes goes into Dragon Buster Cannon, but otherwise it's just a rank 4 spam and also generates light machine advantage, which works well with Galaxy Soldier as well for CDI.
Oh, but I don't want to buy Galaxy Soldier.
Bam. Actually, I don't think the latest OCGGX are running it, to be honest.
Okay.
Galaxy Soldier is not that bad a card.
It's great.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good. I'm probably going to put it back in Blue Eyes because I dropped it on the weekend for some god-awful reason. Then I got steamrolled, but we'll get to that soon. Actually, I'll tell you what, we might get to that now.
Yeah,
because
I think we're done now.
Yep, news items done. Once again, thank you, organisation. So, tournaments. How fucking shit are Blue Eyes, Loklin?
I would like to say that they are very shit, and I will, because they are very shit.
Well, I'm going to put it this way. The only Blue Eyes I've ever lost to, ever, was the spam Blue Eyes, spam Brilliant Blue Eyes that was Yahweh's deck, and that's it.
And also, he's a really good player.
And he's an insanely good player. So it's I've lost it, and that's it. And I've never lost to Blue Eyes.
I was going to play Brilliant Blue Eyes at my LLDS. I couldn't find a Galaxy Serpent, so I couldn't.
I never saw him run Galaxy Serpent.
A Galaxy Serpent. Here's what you do, right? You send.
No, he should have.
I saw him resolve Brilliant Fusion multiple times, and he never sent it.
Well, as soon as you see a Brilliant,
I know he doesn't.
It's a
He
free.
sent normal Blue Eyes and added it back.
Yeah. What's that?
It's a free Crystal Wing, right? So you send Lazuli and you send Galaxy Serpent, right?
Yeah.
And you add Serpent back to hand. Off Lazuli's effect, you add it back to hand. Use your second normal summon to summon that out. You overlay into Stardust Charge Warrior. Oh wait, no. You summon out like one of your level 1 synchros, right? Mm-hmm. Not synchros. Tuners, right?
Then you win the game.
Yeah.
Because
So you do that.
But you don't win the game
you
against-
use Zeraphonite, basically, and then
No,
you
I
go into charge,
understand.
normal summon another one, and then go into Crystal Wing.
Well, it's even better. You overlay into Stardust Charge Warrior, right? So you draw a
You
card.
draw, yeah.
and then you summon out Galaxy Serpent, which is a level 2 vanilla tuner. And that helps a lot because then you just do that with Stardust Charge Warrior and you make Crystal Wing.
The problem I see with this is Crystal Wing's not good.
Yes, Crystal Wing has massively gone down in my opinion. Like I made it against Raid Raptors, got steamrolled.
I know I'm not the deck to be considering like decks against. I know you shouldn't give a shit about what I play. It just doesn't. I laugh when I see a Crystal Wing. I'm like, you've committed so much to something that doesn't affect me in any way. I'm more scared of a rank 8 that is piss easy to make than I am of Crystal Wing. It's like,
I mean, and that's against your deck. You probably more hate the Michael Banish.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
It's Blue Eyes. Yeah, it was. I made Crystal Wing. I should have gone into Cypher and stolen the Raid Raptor. Like, I lost the Raid Raptors people with Blue Eyes, and I mean they have but they have a natural. They go into an attacker that's 3,500.
Do you know the amount of times?
Yeah.
Because I was on a table near you. I looked over and he was banishing that trap every time I looked over, and I was like,
Raid Raptor readiness.
Yeah.
That's the problem because Blue Eyes are an OTK deck. They're a very shit OTK deck, but they are an OTK deck.
Yeah.
And that card is a searchable. Hey, you're not allowed to OTK me.
well, okay, fair enough. So, do you feel as though you are going to sell them off and play something else? They're that bad? Or are you going to
Yes.
stick? Okay.
I'm literally selling Blue Eyes.
I'm on the cusp of selling them.
Harry just completely traded Blue Eyes for water. Like
Yeah.
a complete
That's a very good trade.
a complete water deck.
Yeah.
And he was like technically he lost value, but I think he got a better deck.
Oh yeah, he's after performance.
Now, he doesn't lose value.
Yeah, they'll be equal if not water will be better because for some reason just our Blue Eyes is missing something that it doesn't have in the OCG. Like it top 8s every now and then, but doesn't hold like.
What is it missing?
Cards I don't know.
Consistency.
Just the meta is just a different place than it seems to be in the OCG. So it's just it's not missing a card. It's just missing the conditions of the metagame.
Like, it loses out to DDDs, even as they are now.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I think the OCG's meta is a lot faster, and by that I mean I think just this recent ban list kind of just went slow down, bitches.
Yeah.
And I think that Blue Eyes isn't fast enough. I think I think it has one or two good boards, and if you go past that, you kind of just like, all right, well, my eggs are gone, sages are gone. Well, now what? Now I summon out an alternate and just hope. And it's like...
It just annoys me because the deck's so easy to play. It was nice and natural. It feels good, but its plays aren't as...
It was cool using Blue Eyes again, by the way.
Well, like, my first match at the LLDS was against Water, right? I won the first one, and I was feeling pretty good about it because it was a pretty good win. And then he fucking demolished me the next two, right? He bricked so hard the first game, which was the only way I won. Water destroyed me because it's naturally more consistent, which is not something I thought I'd be saying about Water because I don't honestly think it's that consistent, to be honest. And I got demolished. I summoned out 2 Chaos Maxes in one turn and had a fucking number 38 on board, right? And I couldn't... And he still beat over me. He summoned Megalo to attack twice. He put the fucking Synchro onto the Megalo so it gains a fucking 1,000 when it attacks. And then he put the spell card on so it gets to 800.
Oh, yeah, the
beat over everything I have. And he does 4,200 damage every single attack.
Well, not just... Like, and I think you said it best before when you said Blue Eyes is an OTK deck, but a shit one. Put it this way with Water. A OTK with Water can simply come from Neptibus, and that is it. Because you play so many ways to go into Neptibus, you get Neptibus, you add Megalo to hand, Megalo Tribute, you put Megalo on board, with that Megalo summon, you get to blow up their board. Megalo Tribute Neptibus, OTK.
But Blue Eyes Go's not that bad against Neptibus because it can stop it with Veiler.
Yeah, at the very least.
But Water seems to have a good matchup against everyone, but, I mean, my Blue Eyes didn't lose to Water, but...
It's
Everything else
just that
is
it's
just a
like,
problem.
okay, well, even if you negate the summon, I send infantry as cost. Pop. It's like, all right, well, cool. Like,
I need to play Vanity Empties and just
main
go
deck
Stardust
2
Spark.
Gumseal as well.
Always Stardust Spark.
Can I? It's something on the LLDS, but it's a little different to like deck performance.
Yeah.
Something that really fucking pissed me off, and if this person, if this person happens to, I don't give a fuck. Basically, and I don't know if you've ever played again. I'm sure you have at one point. I don't know if Loklin, if you've ever played again, because this was my first time. It was round 2. I'd won the first one, and I checked, and so had they. I sat down with this person. I said, he was cool. He was like, all right. And I saw he was playing. He said, I'm playing Blue Eyes. I'm, playing Cleese. And, I was super friendly. After that point, I don't think he talked to me again. He spent the entire match fucking around with the person next to him, not paying attention to what I was doing at all. And I went, I'm legitimately trying to show you, like, for example, duality. Flip. Just wasn't. I was like, I'm trying to show you what I'm adding to try and show you I'm playing legitimately. And you just do it, and he did it the entire time.
Do you have a responsibility to that person to actually play legitimately?
You don't, and that's the thing. I did just because he was playing Dragon Ravine Chaos Max, and he got Chaos Max out none, and I didn't even have to like do anything against him. So it was a terrible deck. But in that case, I just like looked at him and went like, "Here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to treat you like I would treat an amateur. I search shell off Scout, and I just beat him the fuck down with it. Like, I'd never do that against anyone else because I'd be scared they'll play around it. I was like, you're an idiot. I'm just going to beat you to hell. And I was like, I won in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And
I have those people where I'm like, I'm legitimately not going to do the right stuff. I will legitimately wait a turn just so I can draw again to play into a set piece because I know you have nothing.
And it's like, but
because as good as your hand is, and he could have the nuts. He could have drawn the nuts and be like, set 3. Oh yeah, your turn. He sets 3 traps, 3 spells, and that's his turn.
And I legitimately think I went. I legit like people. For example, we know some people who are newer to the game may not have the best decks, but at least they're interested in it.
Yeah.
And like when they play you, they're interested in like he had no clue what Cleese did. Again, the guy next to him questioned me about searching Scout with Summoner's Art, and I went, "What?" And he went, "Well, it's a pendulum." I was like, "It's a normal monster, unless it hits the field." And he was like, "Oh, okay, whatever." And I was like,
"It's the only normal monster besides Exodia that is on the ban list."
Yeah, it is. And like, I don't see. I was like, hey, why are you here? I was like, why the fuck did you pay to enter this?
Yeah.
If you're gonna screw around, and I was like, do you? And like, he had a couple cards I didn't know, and like he asked me, he goes, oh, Cleese, I don't know what they do. I was like, oh yeah, sure, go ahead, read. He goes, oh, I don't care. I was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna fucking destroy you then.
I get some people who are nervous and don't really interact. I know that if I start concentrating and thinking, I kind of shut down, and I've noticed as well that I'm like, oh, I didn't even look at them. I just looked at the board.
Oh, but at least you're like engaging with the duel.
Yeah. It's like so I guess some people do that. I had one guy at the very end of Herstal LLDS, not midway through the tournament or whatever. He was playing Dark Magician, and once it got to a point where the game was
you told
very
me
much
about
in
this.
favor,
Yeah,
he just started talking to other people, didn't look at me one more time, did not say any other word to me.
Yeah.
He started mushing around his graveyard to a point where another guy leaned over and went, well, what's with the graveyard, man? And yeah, so it was very weird, like it was kind of a butthurt type of thing, just a not very...
I just kind of went, well, like, and of course, like, you saw, you saw with me, I hit a point and then I just go and cut and just watch everything to make sure I'm doing shit right. And even then, I did not pay attention once to the duel, because as soon as I saw how he was playing, I went, oh, I don't even have to give a fuck, so I'm just going to do my extremely basic plays and I know I can win, because he just doesn't give a shit.
I think it's just important, so focus on the duel, be fun, but also like something that needs to be cut down is very arrogant assumptions and assertions and stuff. And like, because I've seen people play some like pretty bad cards and stuff, and then have them question me on my stuff. It's like, hey, hold on, I'm like, I feel I'm an okay-ish player. I make better deck choices than my playing style. And I'm not sitting here shitting on you, so please don't do the other way, because it's A, making yourself look like an idiot, and
Yeah.
B, it's not very respectful, it's not very fun. Some people like have like a weird little ego thing, and like, and that's
Yeah.
coming from
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
where and coming from like as us, where we host a podcast talking about people like, and we seek the validation and the likes on the YouTube. Please don't dislike this, Henry. But yeah, so just keep it fun, like, and not so much positive, but just like, just play the game and just don't be a cunt.
Yeah, don't be cunt.
Literally,
It's
that is
because,
my
like,
life advice to almost everyone.
Well,
Don't be a cunt.
Yeah, and it's like, well, like, to fairness, like, just as an example, and it's just like just the way I played it was, we had a guy who won the tournament on the weekend. Me and him didn't lose until the last, like, we were all XO. We hit the final round. It was just us two. I'd never seen him before. He didn't speak very good English. He was okay, like, just the way he was playing, and he outplayed the shit out of me. Like, because game one, with no sighting, it was just raw decks. I looked at him and, like, for example, Cosmo, 2 main deck Honest, 2 main deck Thunder King.
So crazy.
3 main deck Cosmo, and I looked at him, I'm like, I've never seen this deck, I've never seen, like, this type, and I waited until after, but, like, the way he played and such, I looked at him after game one, I just went, you are an amazing player. Why aren't you here more often?
Yeah, I can't.
And I was like,
people like him, because he was
like,
fun. He said goodbye. He was very talkative. He played his match.
He
Everyone
robbed
be
the
like him.
shit out of me.
Like, yeah, that
but,
too.
like,
Yeah.
I went, okay, I was like, all right, fair play.
Yeah.
I was like, you just slaughtered
I love
me.
that feeling where you're like,
Yeah.
I'm so impressed right now, I'm not even a little bit salty that I lost.
Yep, and it was.
Because I don't like to lose. I'm a very competitive person. And I do everything competitively.
How good must he have been, though? Because what he did, and, like, you can't not get mad at this, but he didn't. I had 3 set cards, right? He Cosmojo'd one of them, banished it. He then slip-righted the second one, and then attacked, and then I Quakinged. Because I had 3 set Quakings.
Yeah.
He got rid of 2 of them and went, sweet, attacked, and I flipped a Quaking. He just went... And I went, I'm sorry, but he wasn't even mad. He was just like, okay, fair play. And I was like, anyone but you would have been mad at that. And I was like, he was such like a, and and him doing it, I went, oh, okay, I'm totally fine losing to this guy. It's like, he's so much better than me. I'm like, this is really cool. I said, I was like, you really should come around more often. I was like, I really like to play you.
I also, learning how to lose is also a good thing. Like, I mean, I get frustrated at myself or my deck, or like, and that's the thing, I never, like, or if a weird little shifty, dodgy thing's been pulled on me, where something hasn't been clearly laid out, the board's not represented, or I very suspect that they're cutting, like, or that they're rigging their deck, and I go, fuck, but even that comes back to me being mad at myself, knowing I should have cut it. Like, but like, I was mad at my deck where I'm not drawing Denko. That's like,
that was, by the way,
I draw half of my deck.
I gotta say, so basically, me and Bragg played at the LLDS, and I ended up winning, but the game 3, right?
Yeah.
As you scooped, you laid out your deck, and I saw the Denko Sekkers, and I just went, fuck me, I would have lost.
Yeah.
Because something I didn't think of.
I think, and that's the nature of the game. Like, obviously, I know that, but it's like, oh, well, I drew half my deck. I'm hoping to see one of the 3.
Yeah, and it's like, I was so mind blown by that. I went, you drew that, you would have won. I was like, I had nothing for that.
And then that's the nature of the game. Like, when I lost to Harry because I bricked, he had that beast up. Like, and I just lost like a lot of money in that thing. But there's nothing but to be like, huh? That's the game.
Yeah.
I just lost $500.
Oh yeah, like, you can just have 2 bad hands, and that could be it, and that's it. And that is literally it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, no, he'd play fantastically, and also to go into
true.
that base as well.
Oh,
And
yeah.
go, oh, lol, I'm sitting on
Raigeki,
and every other spell card.
Cosmo Town.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And
And he can mill all day, and it's like, that's it.
Which also, losing well is just not being a cunt, right?
Yep. Just don't be a cunt.
Yeah.
And that's it. And it's like, it doesn't take that much effort to not be one.
No.
It really doesn't. Like, come on. And like, especially for example, I'm so interested in people who are better than me at this game. I'm so like fascinated by it because to begin with,
Loklin?
huh? Oh, totally, absolutely.
Actually, no. Well, you went better at LLDS than him.
It's true.
Yeah, but he also played a better deck than I did.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true.
And I can't believe we're in an era where we're saying that Cliff Orts is better than Blue Eyes.
I knew it. I knew it.
I mean, if you told me this 3 weeks ago,
I would just laugh.
no, way.
But like I realized that I can get your deck list, build the exact same deck, and we can just have. I can go X6 at a YCS. You can go XO, and it's like that interests me so much that, and I've seen it happen. So like when I lost to Yahweh, I was like, "Do you want to go get lunch?" And so we went and got lunch, and I was like, I literally asked him a question. I was like, "So why did you put this?" I was like, "Why is this here?" I was like, "Why did you put Master in?" I was like, "I don't understand." I was like, "I want to understand so bad."
Yeah.
I was like, "I just want to like pick apart." I was like, "Why are you so like such a stupid evil genius at this?" And I was like, I need to know.
Have you ever watched, like let's say like a soccer game or like a rugby game where the commentator will go, the ball just naturally comes to him and he gets the right bounces or like you get the right touches with your foot like while it's coming down from the air or something. I feel like that's how it is for some people where they go, I'm going to put in this really weird tech choice and it's going to work for me.
And then it does.
And then it does.
Like I saw a guy playing against, because I was watching Demise Clifford games, and it was one against Monarchs, and he played Zabor. Is it? No, it's not Zabor. It's a monster. It's a level 6, and when you summon it, your opponent cannot set cards.
What the fuck?
You have to banish a wind monster to get it out.
Oh, Dark Simorg.
Dark Zamorg, right?
Yeah.
He played that, and I was like, and the commentators just went, "What the hell? What is this?" And the Demise player just went, "I'm out," and just like stood up and walked away. And I was like, "What is this?"
And Dark Simorg's one of those is one of those old school cards that people would put. It works for some players. It's very much reminiscent of how Jeff Jones, very popular.
The guy who played Fire Fist and like crazy Fire Fist decks. And...
yeah. So he made Earth Psychics, and they were just a jank deck. But what he made them do, like it's like also the guy who runs Yu-Gi-Oh! Edition Singapore. His name slips me. He came over here and won our YCS. I might have talked about this on a podcast before, but he won with Karakuri Synchro. And that's like it was crazy. It was a crazy format. We didn't have the rank 4 101 or what was the other one that came with 101, that thing, Exiton. We didn't have them yet, but he walked in with a deck that was very custom built to his play style, and he's just a good player which could make the optimal plays with that deck. I wouldn't say even with Fire King Cosmo, I would say like they'll be like the 4th or 5th best deck this format. Yeah. But he just makes, like, they had the potential to explode. There's so many decks that have the potential to explode, and just if a good player who knows it in and out can run rings around you, if you don't know your deck's plays in and out, or if you just brick.
I have this player at my locals. It's this guy who runs zombies, right? And I'm like, zombies aren't that great. And this dude wrecks shit. He beats Cosmo. He was beating brilliant Monarchs in their prime. Like, shit. And it was with the deck, and I was like, sometimes I'd sit behind him and I'd watch him do stuff, and I'd be like, I had no idea you could do this.
I think that's the big part about like deck building in that way, where if they build the Synchro Fusionist, for example, or like something that, they know the deck so much better than you know yours because they built it from nothing. They literally know every play that deck can make because they made it from maybe an idea they saw online or and I think that is the only reason I went okay at the YCS, because I built that fucking deck, and that's the only reason I went okay, because Asian Eyes had a video back when he was Asian Eyes or whatever the fuck he is now.
Slater.
He had a video on Kaiju Yosenju, but it was running Call the Haunted, Trade In, Magic Planner, and I went, I think these will work, and that process taught me so much better than just netting a deck and trying to learn it that way.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Magic Planner has no room in any deck. Just don't put it in.
No, it's so dumb.
Magic Planner is yes. I don't think it's ever been in a deck that's top 16 in any YCS the past ever.
Deck that's ever gone to a YCS.
Oh no! People definitely do run
try.
it because that's the thing. It was always popular. Like, it was a popular card, and every time a good continuous track comes out, Magic Planner time. No, It's so definitely building your own deck. Like obviously,
So I really, even if it's against like, say your friend just want to play for fun, or like you make a rogue deck against a rogue deck just for fun, just make a deck, and you'll see like you will be able to look at your hand and go,
caution that obviously I mean make a rogue deck, which we're about to talk about, but at the same time, certain cards do have a power, like an aspect of power to them. So some decks are inherently worse than others, especially with power and consistency and all the like. But at the same time, as we said last week, you'll do better with the deck that you make than what you net deck per se. Obviously, it's really good to crowdsource ideas. Just don't net deck one deck. Have a look at every single one, study up, and become the meta. And don't do what I do, where it's like, okay, I'm done on Sunday night. I'm going to think about this next Saturday night.
You must think of the meta within.
You must become the meta.
You grew up in it. I was
to beat the
born
meta.
I think it as well. It's like it helps so much with when you know it so well. For example, you can go, you get your hand and go, okay, I know I have this many of this left, this many of this. Like, you don't even have to think about it. You go, for example, like, I guess in blue, I'm just going to say clears because that's all I know right now. It's like, I can look, and if I have 2 helixes, I'm like, I know I have 1 left. Or a carrot, I was like, I know I have none left. It's like, I know what the likelihood of me drawing them are. At the very least, it's like, I know around about what I should draw. It's like, it helps. I think it's just deck building, and I'm not great at it, and I because I haven't had much experience with it at all.
That makes sense. Well, I mean, and that's just something that comes to you over time.
Yeah,
and
I think so. Yeah,
you just keep studying up, and soon enough, you'll know every card on the face of the planet. It's also, and that's thing. So to that comment as well, that but also don't back yourself into a corner if you know a good deck is going to be good. Don't try and go against that current, especially if you take a liking to it, where it's like, because I was trapped going to YCS. I played Cosmo. I was better with Cosmo. If I switched to Pendulums going that weekend, would have been terrible.
Yeah.
As soon as YCS Sydney was done, I switched to Pendulums, and then after a few weeks, I was good at Pendulums. And I wish I'd done that a month before.
Yeah. You truly need a bit of time with. You need at least a week with a deck, I think, because you need to you can spend 4, 5, 6 hours, right, just sitting there playing it over and over again in YGO Pro, right? Tomorrow you wake up with a new way of thinking about it, and you go, "Oh fuck, I could do that," right? Like, it's not always going to show up in that single session, right?
Actually, no, that's absolute. Because the bloody, the fact that, and I honestly think this is true, the fact that stuff gets limited, and for example, let's just go BA. Sir got limited. They now have to think about the deck in a different way to play for that.
One Sir out, one Allure in.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, no, exactly. But it's like, for example, Scout at 1. It's like I have now had to find a way to play with Scout at 1, and my plays are so much smarter now that I can't just go, I'll just go search another Scout. I have to think about, am I going to activate it now? Is it going to get fucked? Do I have a climate change? It's like, and I think I only realized that after playing the deck for a bit, waking up one day and going, oh okay, well actually this is a good card. It's like I think also the difference between sitting down with someone and physically playing it and playing online is so ridiculously different. But
then there's also runs in the problem where you go to Unky Drew's for a night and you've been drinking and then you somehow remember going, I remember beating him with Cosmo, but I don't remember what I did.
Yeah. It's like,
I think I used Giant Grinder at one point. I don't know.
It's like, I don't know. I think, but yeah, that's why before, LLDS and stuff, we always just sit down the night before and we just play until we tire.
You and him.
Me and Unky Drew.
I have many other things to do, and then I turn up the day before and go, fuck.
And I think that's so that's definitely what I teach people as well. That's why I always sometimes I get questions on the group and stuff where it's like, oh, well, I want to learn. Should I get YGO Pro and stuff? I'm like, get it, but don't yet. That was actually come in, and it's so, I don't know why it's so different, but it's so
holding cards is something special, I think.
There's such a big difference between a deck you enjoy playing and a deck that's good, though.
It's way easier to misclick than misplay.
It's true.
But it's true.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think me and Loklin's first introduction to semi-meta was Yosenju's. I think we both got in on that.
Which, that's a deck I know nothing about, but so Yosenju's is our shit deck of the
week! The
Senju's are our shit deck
Alright.
of the week.
Shit deck of the week.
Rogue deck of the week. I call it shit because.
Do you want to? So Loklin has cool Yosenju experiences.
I do.
you-
I've made a few decent scalps with these Senjus, but that's just because I played them more.
Do you want to talk about pure Yosenjus?
I do. I want to talk about pure Senjus for a second, and I want to talk about the two different builds you can make.
Okay, because please do that, because I'm happy to take Kaiju Yosenjus because of the YCS.
I played Kaiju Senjus for about 5 months.
Yeah, actually,
I mean, yeah. So you've got pure
Yeah.
kaiju. There's no other ways, right?
yeah, you've got pure Kaiju. I don't think there's another. I don't think Pendulum is a thing.
Synchro Kaiju is a pretty good thing. But Synchro Kaiju is pure Kaiju.
Yeah, we're talking about the Yosenju variants, not Kaiju variants.
I wish we'd talk about kaiju.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
let's talk about Demise Senju first, of course.
Oh lord.
I honestly like there are 3 Demise decks in my head at the moment that are somewhat relevant to the current meta, right? That's Klee, Cosmo, and Yosenju.
There was a time when Gravekeeper Demise was a thing, and it was a good thing.
Oh yeah.
They
It's
topped
still
like
not bad.
crazy.
It's just there's a problem, right? So people have Clees, right? Because Clees used to be very, very good. But they still are. I'm not saying they're not.
They're not as
People have
good.
Cosmo because it's a recent deck that was kind of good, right? Not a lot of people have Yosenjus and are like, I don't want to play this deck.
That's so
No one has fucking Gravekeepers anymore.
true. But by the way, just really quickly, I'm just in case nobody knows. Basically, Yosenju archetype is 4 cards. I'm gonna say 5 cards realistically. 1, 2, and 3. 1. All of them normal summon each other. So when one is normal summoned, you can immediately normal summon another one, and then as long as it has a different name, and you can go through them all like that.
Yeah. So that's what Yosenjus do.
Yeah, so with
they're
different
Beast
ones on the
Warriors.
board.
So Search of Tanky, they don't special summon, so you can Pot of Duality,
You
Card
can-
of Demise, doesn't matter.
Loklin, imagine this. You have a normal summoning deck with 3 Vanity's Emptiness.
If only.
That was... No. That was this deck at one point. That's where it started, because if you... Correct me if I'm wrong, but Vanity's Emptiness was Secret Forces. And it was common before that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's common. Then it was reprinted as a secret and legendary collection, and then they reprinted.
It was a
as
super in Secret
But
Forces.
by the time they reprinted Super and Secret Forces, they then got hit.
But, oh, no, because we could play Yosenju with 3 Vanities at one point.
Maybe it was.
There was definitely-
Did he get hit on the Necroz list? I
Yeah.
got to bookmark the.
Check, because I know for a fact that because basically what it was Yosenju's with no, because you could play loser turn, Yosenju's and 3 Vanities Emptiness at one point, so all of those had to have been out at the same time and not hit. So yeah. By the way, so Kama 1, 2, and 3 have different effects if each other is different Yosenjus are on the board
Karma 1 bounces, Karma 2 attacks directly, and Karma 3 searches other Yosenjus.
when damage is done.
When damage is done by another Yosenju card.
Yeah, and then what I would say is probably like the other huge power card is their trap card, which is a counter trap secret move. If you only control face up, if you control a face up Yosenju card and no face up monsters that aren't Yosenju, you can activate it, and
So,
that's
yeah,
when
yeah.
your opponent does literally anything, spell, trap, monster effect, anything, negate it and destroy it, and that means it's because it's a counter trap. It's literally anything. It's
Yeah,
so
they can just place a spell or trap card on the field, and you can negate it.
Yeah, the activation of a spell card, like a field spell or continuous spell, it will literally get rid of any... Like, for example, normal summon a Yosenju, if it's already face down on the field and they try and solemn you, just negate it.
Yeah, you can negate everything with this card.
So good.
Except stuff that obviously says you can't chain to it. Or something. Or can't react to it in some way. Which I can't think of any that are relevant. So the Demise build focuses around playing a lot of
Where's
traps. Like most Demise builds do.
So it's there. Yeah.
Set 5, is pretty common.
Yeah, it was like 2014. Yeah, absolutely.
The other build I want to talk about is an aggressive Yusenju build, and this is something I've been working on in secret for a little while.
Secret. Ooh.
Secret schemes.
And this is a
This
very
is the secret
aggressive deck.
schemes section of the podcast now.
It runs Whirlwind.
Oh lord, what are you doing?
No. It runs Whirlwind, and essentially what you do is you summon out Heartland Draco, right? Whirlwind is good because you can bring stuff back from the grave, right? Or is that the other one I'm thinking of?
I'm on board with this deck.
Heartland Draco
is so legit.
Is it? No. The other Yusenju card. What is it?
Oh.
Fuck, I've forgotten. Training Grounds. No? Is it Whirlwind? Fuck. No, it's Training Grounds, sorry.
Yes, it's training ground.
Yeah. So essentially, you do that a lot, right? You summon out Training Ground. You place down Training Grounds. You summon out Heartland Draco. Heartland Draco is all of a sudden a very, very good card because it has a face-up spell on the field, right? You set your other stuff, right? It still runs a lot of traps, and then you just use that to get over pretty much anything. And because you have Training Grounds, you all of a sudden have stuff to bring back from the graveyard, and so that's very important.
Oh, because I guess even like when the Yosenjus stop being attachments, they're graveyards, so you need to bring them back.
Yeah, and this card goes into
I'm checking something.
Fuck. Sorry, just let me get this up for a second.
That's what she said. Wait, no, he said.
I mean,
It's,
both of them can say what they want.
Alright, for while Lochlan's thinking, we are fact checking, and I'm calling bullshit on you. We're able to play
Yeah,
three
I
vanities.
think so.
Yeah, you can never play three vanities and
What deck had 3 vanities and it'll into your fucking...
with extra normal summons. It was obviously Black Wings with Sirocco the Dawn. It always comes back to Black Wings. You got it, Lachlan?
Not quite yet.
You motherfucker. Look, that is 3 vanities emptiness.
No, he's cheating.
That is 3 vanities emptiness in a goddamn Yosenju deck profile. This is where I've seen it.
Oh, I was wrong.
Fev 16. No, you weren't wrong. This is wrong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, the deck can I remember now. It runs 2 Magat or Misak, right?
Oh, Misak. Yeah.
Misak, so that it can go
Because
into
the extra normal summon you tribute over 1?
Yeah.
So it can go into Utopia.
Why not, right?
Like, I would never have thought this would work. It works.
Tsukiyomi. What the fuck's Tsukiyomi?
It goes into Utopia Beyond, right?
Spirit Monster flips the card face down. Monster face down.
You summon out Utopia Beyond, right?
Yep.
You beat Blue Eyes, you beat literally anything.
Oh, Utopia Beyond's so good. I've convinced Andrew to put it in his old Pendulum deck because he had Kieran, so he could go into Beyond. So good. It's a free. First of all, it's free 3k life point hit, right? If you have anything else on the field, it then becomes huge, like hugely more damage.
Yeah. And with Yusenju's Swarm ability, this card is very, very good. And so it's essentially the most aggressive build of Yusenju that I know of.
Why did it say that it was limited? So we're confused right now because on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki, we're being like fucked around a little bit.
We're being led on a wild goose chase.
It says that Vanity's Emptiness was limited in January
2015, and then the pack was released in February 2015. But I remember it being a big hit. Like, it was like, why would they reprint it and not? This is obviously the important question. Well, that's where it's first turned up.
And when was this? April 2015. This makes perfect sense then.
Yeah.
But then the wiki, okay, so it was limited in April, which is why I saw you send you goddamn deck profiles with 3 vanities, because that's retarded. Oh, the other thing as well, they can run Macrocosmos and Defisher because their deck literally, like, the normal variant of Yosenju's didn't give a flying shit about their cards, because once they were in the graveyard, they were gone. So 3 vanities, if you hit a macro, you win.
Yeah.
Macro vanities,
Yep.
okay.
Also, for those viewing at home, Heartland Draco is this card.
Yes!
2 level 4 monsters. When you control face-up spell card, this card can be targeted for attacks. Yoo-hoo! Once per turn, you can detach 1 material for this card. This turn, this card can attack your opponent directly, but other monsters cannot attack. I love sneaky wins. I love sneaky wins.
I just feel like it needed a little more protection than just from attacks. Because it's like alternate pop done.
Yeah.
But I think it's still ridiculously funny and good. Because it can attack directly regardless of the face-up spell, right?
Yeah.
It just gets that protection with the face-up spell.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's like proper good, actually.
Well, if it's the only thing on the field, right, and they don't have something to, like some effect to hit it, they have to pass. Because they can't attack.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
obviously, I mean, we live in a time and an era of just fucking cards having every destruction effect, banish effect, non-targeting fuckery.
You have to be
Non-targeting equipped.
You have to be very careful with it.
But in saying that, it's I mean, if you have 4 Yosenjus in your hand, you can normal summon more than 4 Yosenjus out.
You can normal summon as many as you
Yeah,
goddamn
so-
want, as
so
long
you
as
can
you
go
do it
into
in
this
the
and
order
Cowboy.
of different names. Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
You're
This.
going this, and that's 2,800 of direct damage.
Shit. Cowboy
I've been
again.
considering running a aggressive demise build. I know that sounds weird. That runs double summon,
Makes sense.
so that you never hit a dead you.
The other way as well. Oh, because you'd normal summon, you would draw, and any monsters
And
you
you can
draw
set,
into,
yeah.
you can just start going.
Yeah.
The double summon was also a thing looking at encounter fairies as well, because you could go Bountiful Artemis and Dinoster?
Dinoster?
Yeah, there you go. That or the other light card that what's it? The Banisher from the monster that becomes a Banisher, like the walking Macrocosmos.
Banisher Radiance.
Yep, there you go. They play that as well.
Not poor old 100 attack, 2,000 defense fucking cunt. I hate that guy.
Oh,
You can't summon in attack mode. That's what Banisher... Actually, Banisher Radiance probably is that one. Hold on. I'm pretty... Well, that's going to be great. I'm pretty sure I've named them the wrong way around. Banisher Radiance, come on. Oh, I didn't spell raid right. Oh, now it's just gone.
So I want to talk about another card, right? I think we're pretty much done with the Yusenju talk, right?
Well, we didn't talk about Kaiju much, did we?
you said your
no,
card is great.
like,
Tribute
go
their
for it.
monster, bounce their monster, laugh. That's
Yeah.
basically. Oh, here's the thing as well. Because basically the way it interacts is Karma 1 isn't limited to once per turn. If you have multiple Karma 1s, you can do it multiple times. It's per card, not per name. So what you could do with bigger boards is if they had non-targetable monsters, so Cosmo, Infinity could normally chain to effects, Forerunner, Chaos Max even, you could tribute the Kaiju, special your own, so sweet, you have a huge beater, normal summon all your Senjus, and then bounce it, tribute it, bounce it, and tribute as many times as you possibly can to a inherent summon that wiped out so many, like, you just can't, like, what, I mean, after the first one, you can chain vanities, which is okay, but all the Senjus are still coming to beat your asshole. So, it's like, well, it's such a tough deck to play around. Like, the macros and, like, the secret move, like, every hate trap under the sun, it's like, it's a hard deck to play around. And at the time of Pepe full power, all it would be is draw, spam, Infinity Rafflesia, Infinity Kangord, Infinity whatever, and to get over that board's piss easy.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, tribute, normal, special, bounce. All right,
Bounce.
we're good.
Yeah, it's... Kaijus make any deck better at
And
this.
Kaijus are so big.
It's-
They're so huge.
Well, yeah, and that's, again, so...
They have two 3300s that are just, you have one, I special summon you. It's like, okay, well...
Yeah,
Jizuriku is literally one of the greatest cards I've ever seen.
which is, so you give it to... So you give the weaker one to your opponent, and
Summon
then
the
you
bigger
have the
one.
for you.
That's
Like, it's...
The whole, I get the idea of they made the kaijus in a way that you give your opponent the smaller one, you give you the bigger one, and then they fight and you win.
Yeah.
But you could do so much stuff around it, it just doesn't matter. It's like, congratulations, you've made the point of the deck. Because all of them have the effect that you cannot in any way control two at once. Which makes sense, because you want them to have that epic fight.
Yeah.
Or you go huge monster, or big monster, huge monster, piss little monsters, fuck the little monster off, OTK. It's like, alright, well...
Which is why it works so much well with
Or
BA.
you just what is it called? Skill drain? Yeah. Right.
Skill drain.
Just skill drain. Then you can control another one.
But you can't special summon them
it's
from
a
hand.
condition.
It's a condition. You can't special summon it from hand. So
it's not a since it's not an effect, it being able to not beat anyone, it's a condition of the card, so you can't actually do it because skill drain does not negate conditions.
negates the effects. So yeah.
Or can't use Kaiju Capture Mission to put it face down, summon out another one.
Face down monsters don't count as monsters. So it's like as it would flip, then it would go.
Even with skill drain on the board.
Yeah. Because face down monsters aren't classified as. It's
They're
so
nothing.
odd. But it's so odd though, because you can like, say like I think it's a Blackwing thing. It's like tribute one Blackwing monster, destroy 2 cards. If a Blackwing set, you can still use it.
No, because it validates it on sending to the graveyard.
Oh, okay, fair play.
So
Yeah,
you go,
that makes sense.
Because you tribute as the cost, and then you go, hey, there is the Blackwing
Yeah,
monster.
proof, and then okay, fair enough. But yeah, it's not counted as a monster until it's flipped up, and then the condition comes back into effect regardless of what's on board, and then it just goes goodbye. Like the play, there used to be an old play where they would the spell card with the finger, and it's return
Owner seal.
Owner seal, where you would have a kaiju, they would have a kaiju, you would own a seal, it would come to your side and just immediately piss off.
Yeah,
and it'd be
or
like cool.
brainwashing.
Remove, yeah, and it's like or just immediately piss off.
Which is
and
why
it's
they
like, cool.
reprinted them, right? And then that wasn't how they played the deck anyway.
Nope, that was
because I was
not a good
really
deck.
keen on kaijus with owner seal, and then it's like, there's no point. You may as well play. You
Just bounce
play,
it.
Yeah, because the utility is just getting rid of the untargetable, undestroyable stuff, and it's going, well, tribute Dank Destroyer, tribute Chaos Max, tribute Azure, Infinity.
Oh, not only that though, but like, God, this deck would be legit in this format again.
Yes, it would.
Oh, but we don't have upstart and reasoning. That made that
Desires, dude.
maybe.
there
By
anything
the
you
way,
wanna
because
say?
I ran 3 reasoning in my build because I figured I looked at the kaijus and they are allowed to be normal summoned. It just says you can special summon them. So with going reasoning and them calling like 4 because they'd seen your Senjus and going, it's Star Destroyer. And it's like, oh, okay, well, that's a thing. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. But I think bouncing them are better than remove Bane Rusting as well, because bouncing them, you get them back to your hand and you can use them again, whereas it's like, oh, it's too grave. Quaking Mirror Force didn't get a reprint. What's its price at?
Okay. So speaking of Pot of Desires, we are going to go into our market watch. All right. So with the Mirror Forces not being reprinted, let's bring up the yugiohprices.com. Quaking Mirror Force has gone up by 29% apparently to $13.
What's its average price? I think it's 17.
I still like. I mean, lowest is just a good gauge because you put it through the algorithm of okay, that's what it's at lowest.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. $70.
So it's
Because also that's another thing as well. Like in not being a cunt Yu-Gi-Oh, it's so Yu-Gi-Oh prices. Okay, sure you've converted to Australian, but still based on American ones that don't include taxes or postage. Like that's converted for Australian. It's still like sure it's Australian dollar, so it's still trade in that way and lightly valued for people you like. But if we don't really know each other, and I'm going to go with average price, or I'm going to use Yu-Gi-Oh singles, like as what I'm going to actually sell it at, don't try and bring it up. Also, I think I said this last week. The card's worth what you say it's worth. If you don't disagree, don't get all like, oh well, that's not the case.
Well, yeah, especially like, for example, if you're running the card and it's a really important card, like even not regardless sentimental, like putting that aside, it's like if you're running the card. It would take more. Just say I wanted to pay cash, and you were running the card at the time, and it would take me more cash to get that off you because it's more. It's like regardless of what it's worth, you have a higher worth of it because you're playing it. It's like they're just
Yeah, which that ties into. I just saw it before.
It's good for trade. It's good for trade value.
Melody of Awakening Dragon has gone down to about $13. I did a trade for this on the weekend, so now I have 3 supers. I got rid of the common. So I have 3 supers now, 2 mismatched, so 2 from the Tim, 1 from that one. And I offered the guy, Harpy's Pet Dragon or something for that one, because I thought it was the one from the tin. He's like, well, no, this is the one from the pack. And it's like, I've gone, oh shit, is it? Oh, well, never mind. And then he's gone about his way. He's come back a bit later and gone, do you want to do that trade? And so, like, obviously factoring in everything, it's
Because he's just needed the pet dragon.
he
and
needs the pet dragon, and also he's obviously gone to the future, heard this market watch segment, and gone, it's going down.
oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
That's what's happened. Anything that
ooh,
sounds
I see something.
anything
Interesting.
jump. Okay, what do you say?
Bahamut shark.
It's going up, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
the secret
yeah,
brand,
it
the
is.
very.
I
secret
think I've talked about Dino Mist enough.
Okay, I have to say this on podcast because I haven't said this on record. I was wrong about Loklin's Dynamist.
How so?
He's not a retard. It's pretty legit. I've seen it happen. It's actually a good deck.
Really?
Yes, and I'm not fucking with you. He made the point to me that everyone playing Dynamist just can't afford the good cards. He makes a
That's
point.
literally what it is.
Listen, Dynamist are good. And
Dynamist
I
are
don't know
very
how good.
2 Tree Toad and a fucking Cyber Dragon Infinity in one turn. Yes, please.
It's actually pretty good. I think they need work, and I think if you perfect it, it'll be even better because I think they need more consistency. Okay.
Yeah, no,
basically,
I'm on board and also they can run desires, right?
yeah. There's
bet.
enough of them that
'Cause-
you can just bulk play 3 ofs.
And speaking
That's
of
the
the
thing,
can't.
I will never put a Desires in my deck.
Well, you are unlike everyone else because it is now at $95 minimum, 110
Max.
I'm glad I
Average.
brought you over to
Average.
the dark side.
It's really interesting as well because I've never seen an expensive meta deck card be so like, should you play it, should you not play it?
It's
Like
not
people
meta, I mean, it's
actually
meta
disagree.
decks. That's the problem.
Yeah, like, well, I've never seen a card go to this price and people question whether to play it. Normally, if a card is at this price,
It's
people
wrong.
play the card. It's like, if you can get it, you play it.
There is still the contention out there, which I think I've said on all these podcasts. Surely it's a good card. Like it's not the best card ever. It's not.
Well, no, it is a Pot of Greed, but
What did Loklin
I
say? It's a
don't
pot
like
of greed
it.
eroded?
I just know that should I ever play this card, right? I know with my luck, I will banish the 3 of that I need.
Yeah.
And because I don't play decks that search a lot.
Yeah, fair enough. So, like,
Well, there's your problem.
yeah, the point is to search out all the cards you need, and then that's just an extension.
Why are you
of
playing
the
a deck
play.
that can't search? You need consistency, son.
Because I don't need decks that search.
You need to.
Paleozoic don't search, Dynamist doesn't search, you send you hardly searches.
You said you search a fair bit.
Take you, motherfucker.
Hardly.
Kenki, Karma 3, yeah. But
I just don't want it.
yeah, fair play. It's like if it's not to someone's play style, it's like fuck it. Then.
I don't think it's worth that. I don't think it's worth that much. I wouldn't be like you can play Maxine Upstart Goblin.
Why? Okay. Listen.
It doesn't
to me.
plus. It doesn't
I wanna
get you-
have a conversation. What the fuck is Upstart Goblin at 1? Why is it at 1? I don't understand.
It was an automatic include. It's an automatic include 3 of in every deck. That most
Yeah.
decks. You could just put in that deck and go, okay, is this deck trying to FTK or OTK? Like an OTK that could do 1100 damage. Because most OTK decks could do more.
Water, 17k. He saw it the other day.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So could it do that? Well, who cares? Put Upstart Goblins in.
Yeah. I just I don't think that. Like, I mean, there were other issues. Actually, you know what? No, there weren't. They did really well this list. I'll give it to them. They did well. They didn't explain it well, but they did well.
Yeah, to that explanation.
Let's give them props for explaining it at all.
Yeah, good. They were trying to communicate.
It's
at least.
going back to what it used to be. There's a structure deck Marek shout out. The common is now worth $10 for Allure of Darkness.
$10 minimum.
Oh, Herodic Sun Dragon's gone up to $10.
Cool.
That-
It's not even that good of a card.
I'm pretty sure I gave one away.
Loklin, you listen to me. That is the scariest card I've ever seen in my life. Do you know what that does to me?
Destroys off tributes.
Listen, you don't chain. You can't chain to it. You have to chain to the activation. You can't chain to the destruction. That is ridiculous.
Nah, I get it.
So they go activate. You go. I won't chain this card. They go send for this, and this, and it's like, oh, I want to chain. Nope, you can't. It's like, but why?
Also, Blue Eyes ends up in a position as well where it's just like, I need to clear that back row. And I've got 3 eggs in hand and a spare vanilla Blue Eyes. Let's go, son.
Yeah, it's alright. Well,
It's like, I'm going for... By the time you're tributing monsters out of your hand,
so
you're going for
yes.
game.
I've saved strikes in my back row. I've saved them past alternate, past dark matter, waiting for that, and it was and I was like, I don't know if it's as good against other decks as it is personally against me personally. I know like a lot of decks don't play heavy back, like heaps of back row. Like, you know, a lot of decks don't play like untargetable. They do play untargetable monsters. Yeah, but like to me, that's absolutely frightening.
This card was cute as hell in Blue Eyes Elemental Dragons, where you could.
Wait, you made the dragons level 8s, and then.
Oh no! Well, no, you'd use Mythic Wood, Mythic, all the Blue Eyes cards.
Yeah.
With, we didn't have Soul Charge by then.
Because I remember
you go to Erratic, and then you tribute the elemental monsters from your hand, then destroy their back row, bring back the dragons.
Because I remember elemental D-rulers.
Yeah.
And like that's the only elemental deck I had.
Yeah, so elemental D rules. I chucked in a few Blue Eyes and White Stones for consistency.
Okay. And then just again the rank
draw power.
Yeah, rank spam. Interestingly,
I don't think that phrase has ever been uttered.
Okay. I love how Shuttle Construct is going down, but Shuttle Fusion's going up.
Okay, yeah. So there's the other thing. So obviously Shek's going up.
Shek is a level 10 train.
Yes.
A level 10 train fodder.
So these two
I
trains.
might have traded away my checks.
So did I.
Shek and Shuttle Fusion are going up, but not to anything too crazy. But obviously,
I mean, Fusion something from deck still cray.
Construct is a separate thing of that is also Cyberstein, where we've just come post ban list. Every forbidden card that was getting hyped now levels back down.
Yeah, I get you.
So Cyberstein was just going up randomly before the ban list because that's what it does. The closer and closer you get to the ban list being announced, forbidden cards just you got randos like, and because I bought a Cyberstein pre-ban list, like 2 years ago now. There's just sitting in my commons pile, just waiting. Wait, $22 common.
Soon.
Oh, Ghost Red Black Rose is only $30 now.
The other thing is I feel is Harpy's Feather Duster. I feel like that always gets a little bit, and it's like, oh no.
Yeah, it's
Maybe this could be the time.
No. Okay. Well, sit down.
I think you're right. It's probably never is going to be.
Can you check? Bumbuku's on the left there on the downside.
Oh yeah. So
Bumbuku. How much is bit down there?
There it is.
How much is the Megaton reprint?
Yeah. So Major Spectre, all the reprinted cards haven't survived too well their reprint, except for Strike. But Strike will have to come down.
Eventually, it's like.
Mind you, it's a 3 off. There we go. $7 for a fucking thing, or 11 at the average.
Interesting. Because that's like I remember when that was like a $80 card. Oh, I think it was 60.
Yeah, it hit 60 max. I know I saw a Major Spectre deck top this regional weekend.
Yeah, because
just pure Major Spectre.
It's still like nothing's been hit on it, and as soon as they gain a little bit of advantage, if they have a couple turns, the board state they set up is it's like, oh well, tribute, everything of yours is gone. It's like they banish, they negate, they have their own solemn strike, they search, they like it's so insanity. It's pretty crazy.
So is there any cards people are going to be skulking through eBay for? Anything for you? Not looking for anything else? Toads? So you still haven't got those frogs?
No, I haven't got any frogs. I've been looking for them.
They're hard to find.
I had to go to Amazon for them.
There's at least I've got heaps.
Okay.
Yo, Bragg. Hook a brother up.
Harry has been trying to get these out of Bragg for maybe 4 months. And you've sat here like...
me more.
Yeah. Like,
Go on.
I don't know. Who has a blue moustache?
I could have a blue moustache.
You do have a blue moustache, don't you? Unless if you're lying to us.
dun dun dun. No, I'm probably gonna look for a feather duster too. I like just like the secret's cheap. I might pick one just in case.
Yeah, cards I'm looking like I'm not sure. I'm off the Mermail train. I'm gonna sell the 2 secrets I bought.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'm just gonna like
you're gonna make a profit on those super easy.
Yeah, it'll be a small profit, but a neat profit. I'm probably gonna try and buy a break sword and maybe Ghost Ogre Winter Cherries.
BA.
Or to stock BA, yeah.
Okay. Poor guy.
And break sword.
Yeah, you know, like the guy we're talking about who came first, he had 3 winter cherries, and he was just like, I never use these. And I was like, yeah, nobody here played fucking BA ever.
BA were the top 2 decks at my LLDS.
Yeah.
PK Fire, sorry.
Which I don't
Let me tell you-
Victoria.
You haven't
the
heard
two people
Victoria?
who were versing for top, basically my two best friends there, right?
Yep.
And essentially, they're doing really well. I'm not. And they get to the point where they're versing off of first and second in the whole event. My friend scrubs out. One of my friends scrubs out hard, right? And the other one is running 3 XYZ Universe in his main deck, right?
Holy shit.
And he uses it to go into Cyber Dragon Infinity,
Of course.
right?
2 Dantes.
And then he goes into fucking Digital Bug Corbage,
What?
Yeah.
and he wins with it.
Yep. It's I run Corbage and what's the insect? It's 1800 attack, boosts everything. I forgot its name. But yeah, so Corbage is just naturally in most BA decks now
Why?
because it's an alright card because you can
What
go
is it?
from the insect to it. Oh, here we go.
So,
Let's bring it up.
so it's an overlay on top of the insect, which is
Or you
rank
can make
3.
it with XYZ Universe. It's like, oh, you
Yeah.
summoned out literally the best thing you could. XYZ Universe. Cool. Now I'm gonna make something cool. And because it's
you can
magic,
also
it doesn't matter.
Level 3. Okay. Yep.
You can okay, so
Okay, so you can also XYZ summon this card by attaching 2 XY materials from a rank 3 or 4 insect type XYZ monster you control, then using the XYZ monster as the XYZ material. XYZ material attached to the monster will also become attached to this card. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, target 1 defense position monster your opponent controls, shuffle it into the deck. Once per turn, if the attack position of a monster on the field is changed, except during the damage step, you can attach 1 insect type monster from your graveyard to this card. How is this good in any way?
It's mostly XYZ Universe to me.
So
That's
what do you?
how I've seen
What's
it.
in defense that you give a fuck about?
okay, so Dante.
Oh yeah,
Dante. This is the
Yeah.
best card in the mirror match, dude.
Yep. Gotcha.
And then if the battle position of monster on the field has changed, so if either person's
Oh, yeah,
Dante
Dante
goes
switches.
off,
Yeah,
switches,
yeah.
then you get to get the one that you attach back to
Yeah,
attach to it, so
that's
you can do it
brilliant.
all again.
That's brilliant. Because my mind went to Azura Eyes, and I'm like, but it protects itself. And I went, oh no, wait a minute. And yeah, okay, Dante. That's holy shit. Schemes.
And also, it's a pretty cute bait out for the first thing of Azure.
Yeah. It's like, oh fuck.
Then you obviously chain Phoenix Wind to the effect of Spirit, so no, that doesn't make any sense.
Put it on.
I don't know. We're chained to the effect of Azure because it's a cunt.
Yeah, put it on top.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit off.
Anyway, so if that's what we're all buying this week, I think we're going to call it an episode.
Yeah. So I mean, I am out of internet, and I've tracked it over here with all my shit just so we can keep this podcast crew.
Yeah.
Together.
So show us. Well, let us know what you think. If you hate us, maybe just send us an email instead of publicly showing lathering us with tomato.
No,
It's-
like because you can get to us personally through email. So like, hit us personally.
Yeah, and we can talk it out and the thing. Also, we're all very open
We'll hug
to
it out.
advice.
Let's
We've had-
just, like-
We probably also hate you.
Hug it out.
No, I like constructive criticism, and we've had
Lachlan
some good
will get on
constructive
his
criticism.
knees. Yeah, we've had some great
And
actually.
it's, so very much. Also, just find us all over the place on all over Twitch. They're all
Just
in
don't
the
even-
the description or the show notes. And,
Yeah. Also, I've noticed something that apparently makes a huge difference is reminding people if they like it to like this video.
Oh yeah,
Because
actually,
apparently
good
that
point.
makes such a huge goddamn difference.
Yeah, please. It's also it makes me feel good waking up and looking at the video manager. It's
Oh yeah, it's like
so I've got to get to someone's comment. I think I saw something today on like an old episode. It's like, oh, that's weird.
oh yeah,
TeamC4G, now with over 50 subscribers.
I'm out. We're done.
With 10,000 views. And also, youtube.com/Braggio, I'm going to have those things spelling out what subterrors and spirals need, want, and why they're shit at the moment. Goodbye, Loklin. Blake's already fucked off.
Goodbye.